station on YouTube Music.
Mild decent. Drink it all in.
Alright. He's back. That nigga you don't like. But you love to stare. You love to watch. You love the fake care. You love what you thought it was lost. I brought it back. It's right there in the box. Packaged proper. What else can I say? The fact is the truth that my lyrics are non-stop, bruh. Bars connected, you're drunk off the thought, you won't reject it, you get rejected, you won't neglect it, you found and let it, no hold on, wait, I think you get it. Messed up from the start, they got me fucked up. Off the heart, I stated a beat, was raised by the street, and a foul ass mother that was extra deep, and power. He must be listening to the tunes in the back of the Jeep. What the fuck's happening? To me, it concerned. Me and Grandma had a lot to learn. A testament that I've put my foot in the sand. Follow the prince, take your turn. Proper. Hold up, let me roll up, non-stop, right? Said heavy in the mind like Java sitting there in the living room. If it wasn't this, then why would it be soon? Bitch, how the fuck could you assume? Anabolic. Still easing down that yellow brick road. Text up though.
Excuse me, miss? I love your eyes.
Oh my God, this is an amazing Mother's
Oh, you're a mother.
The Ritz crackers.
Happy Mother's
It's
Day.
about the backyard barbecues.
Happy
And the
Mother's Day.
Ritz
Oh my God.
crackers.
What's your name? Charlotte, I'm Devon. Yeah, huh? Yeah, I told you all the time. I love your spider tattoo. Is that a tattoo? Oh, that's so cool.
Genuine is nice, doing something for a person but no rehearsing. Skill set and just positivity dispersing. Boom. Then you have a reaction. No need to assume. You can consume everything in a certain fashion is trendy. Now, hold up, let me roll up, but it seemed like they didn't want to let me. Imagine that. You having something to do with my habitat. Pick your poison and tell me where your habitat. She heavy truth seeking, so she addicted to my fact. Excuse me if you didn't understand any of that. I've never been one to go about on a simple song. I'm not a simpleton. I just move with this easy. Shit. Now, wait a minute. It's complicated. Leave me. Come back. Squeeze the juice out of the orange. Get yourself some vitamins. Orange. You're gonna need that too. But don't find that in the bottle of the proof. They call that courage juice. Deuce if it's peace. Middle finger telling you to see, so fuck off. You're not as righteous as I am. No way, no near, no how. Couldn't even get the cloth to connect to the stitch. I'm the constituent, the consigliere, the commando, the one that she's always after, your bitch. Ass motherfuckers always trying to imitate. At the last split second, switched into the lane. You thought you'd be able to catch the bitch, Lois Lane. You know this fame?
Is a sophomore story okay?
You know this name.
Or a cream-filled slider of happiness? Yes,
These shit, they didn't even know the game. Beats. Shrub.
And the shirts. Did we touch on that yet? Or
Not
how
yet.
we Why don't you burn those? Why are you selling t-shirts? You can't make any money doing that.
What are your sales for the shirts?
This year we made $270,000. And how did you sell those? On our website.
Your ask is $212,000 for 10%, correct?
Yes.
Why wasn't it 200 or 225? 212.
Do I know the real answer to that question?
Yeah.
No, lie to me.
It's your lucky number, I know it.
Lie to me.
No, it's because I couldn't say 200 without stuttering, so I had to find a number that I could say without stuttering. Because once I stutter, then the whole thing I'm gonna forget. So that's kind of why.
That's a great answer.
You're free Rashad Jamal. They gave him 16 fucking years for waking the world up and exposing the elites. They wasn't fear. He taught a lot of spiritual things that most niggas never knew about this fucked up ass world. Like, what else was he supposed to do? He united the black community, something most of y'all can't do. But people steady hating on him. What the fuck? Like, I'm confused. His baby mama didn't want to see him win, so she framed him. There was no proof, just a hearsay. They so shameful. Child molestation, they hit black leaders with the same thing to ruin our image, turn our people on us, then chain gang. How come y'all don't see this? This been happening for years. I'm tired of shit like this. That's why I'm never motherfucking scared. Free Rashad till it's backwards. He was preaching like a fucking pastor. I know he misses family. This whole world is a fucking disaster. Talking about child molestation, bitch. What about Epstein? And that list they still free. Free Rashad Jamal. They gave him 16 fucking years for waking the world up and exposing the elites. They so to unload it, you can just dump these rounds out on the ground, or if you want to keep them, dump them into your hand. And you can see I'm now pointing a loaded rifle at my hand. There's a concern there. Then of course you take the round out of the chamber, and you're just fine, except that you're not. What? What the fuck? So to unload it, you can just dump these rounds.
Yeah, so this is never before seen footage right here. This is actually Eric Holder, minutes after having the conversation with Nipsey, quote unquote snitch conversation. You can see he's still pacing around. He don't really know what's going on right now. He's angry. You can see the look on his face. He got the death stare on him right now. He's just thinking about that conversation. He's heated about something. And it's like he's making up his mind right here. At this exact time, he's making up his mind. This is history.
Modern Warfare 3 just slapped Modern Warfare 2 so hard, I'm actually embarrassed for them. When Modern Warfare 2 released, almost all of the things that made COD got alt F4'd out of existence. But now that Daddy Sledgehammer is in charge of Modern Warfare 3, it's looking like the Call of Duty we all know and love is coming back. We're talking about old MW2 2009 maps, red dots on the mini-map, reload canceling, slide canceling, the Ninja Perk, War Mode, Zombies Outbreak, and all of this is great. But in order to make sure this never happens again, how about we let Treyarch and Sledgehammer make all the Call of Duties from here on out? How about that? Modern Warfare 3 just...
I feel like you're so full of shit. Really? Uh-uh. You guys smell good, man. Yeah, what do you smell like? You like a lot of deodorant.
Yeah, no, black people do wear a lot of deodorant.
Love deodorant, right? You see somebody start at the wrist. You see a motherfucker start at the wrist, bro, put that shit on. Somebody put that shit on so slow, like, dang. I feel like you're so full of shit. Really? Yeah. Uh-uh. You guys smell good, man. Yeah, dude.
North of Richmond got me wondering why I'm not more bad, actually. Something like this. I pay taxes on a home that I already paid for my paycheck. I already paid
I gotta
taxes.
say
I
this.
fix with materials that I buy and pay more taxes on when I purchase.
Terry, where you at?
Essentially have me working from January to June for free. And I was driving into work, listening to that song, thinking, look, I pay 50% of my income to government at various levels, and yet the bridge by my house has been closed for a year with not so much as a spray paint line on the ground or a start date. We need that Republican when I hit a pothole and get a flat tire on roads that I'm taxed to drive on. I have to wait on hold for hours sometimes to get a human only to tell me, sorry, we're not going to pay for your tire. I have no consumption tax only. My dollars were 17 cents less than it was 2 years ago, but you don't reduce my taxes any. The government just burdens me. It's our problem to figure out where we're going to make up that other
consumption tax only.
My dollars were set.
If you go on YouTube, type in Prince, James Brown, Michael Jackson, you'll see James Brown say,
Micah, Micah, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Micah, you out there, Micah, Micah, Michael Jackson, who's Michael Jackson?
so Michael comes on stage, does his thing. Michael whispers in James Brown's ear. James goes back on the mic and says,
And give it up for Micah, because he insists that I bring up Prince. Prince, you out there, Prince?
and then Prince is on the shoulders of his bodyguard. And they bring him up on stage. So then Prince gets up on stage and rips the guitar in half. And then he grabs on this pole that's on the stage. And he thinks it's secure, so Prince falls into the audience. So Prince thought that he was sabotage. If you go on YouTube, type in Prince, James Brown, Michael Jackson, you'll see James Brown say,
Micah, Micah, Michael Jackson.
I didn't get freaked out until the guy from the WHO would not say Taiwan.
Yes.
Right.
Remember that?
Yes,
Of course.
that was
Remember
early
he clicks
on.
off.
Yeah.
That's when I got freaked out. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Couldn't hear your question.
Okay, yeah, let me repeat the question.
No, that's okay. Let's move to another one then.
I'm actually curious on talking about Taiwan as well, on Taiwan's case.
Because when you won't even say the name of a country because you're worried about offending China, and we're supposed to believe that these people are completely unbiased. I was
Right.
like, I got scared.
Well,
Well,
right.
it's just as crazy. We're not getting all the information. There's no way we are. I didn't get freaked out.
The most messed up story you'll ever hear from the gaming scene. A very passionate Call of Duty 3 gamer was getting frustrated because the game was dead. Makes sense because it's 17 years old. It came out in 2006. Well, to solve this issue, he came up with the most devious plan I've ever heard and shared it on Twitter DMs. There is a children's terminal illness clinic near me, and they let the kids play on Xboxes that were donated. Since all the old gen games are so cheap, I think I'll get those $40 Japanese Xbox cards for $5 each and start volunteering and downloading COD 3 on all the Xboxes there. Could also uninstall every other game to help even further. Couldn't get a full 12v12 with just kids, but maybe 12 to 15 of them will fall for it. I've just got to trick them into thinking I'm their friend enough so that I can show them how and when to join. Would be some of the best lobbies we could ever get. Lobbies filled with kids who have never played the game before. The most messed up story you'll ever hear from the gaming scene. A very passionate Call of Duty 3 gamer was getting...
doesn't look like we're all one in Christ Jesus. Give me the next image. I want y'all to look. Where's the John 3:16? Where's the Galatians 3:28? We're all one in Jesus, for God so loved the world. It did not apply, never applied to us from Christianity. Get mad if you want. Go call your mama if you're mad. I don't give a damn. Give me the next picture. Where was John 3:16 here? Where was Galatians 3:28? What are you gonna say, Bishop?
This right here shows you we've been getting on Islam, but Christianity, well, I ain't gonna say but they both just dangerous. But Christianity, like I talked about last night, Christianity is the dope that separates reality. It separates reality from what you need to be paying attention to. Looking at this thing right here, man, this daggone thing is something else.
Doesn't look like we're all one in Christ Jesus. Give me the next image. I want y'all to look.
You seen the new NPC trend?
What is the new NPC trend?
It is the TikTok of people that will live stream for hours. And so they'll just stay in like a stance like this. Whenever someone gives them money or something, they'll react to it in like a way. Like, ice cream's so good.
Yeah.
Ice cream's so good. And I'm like, wow.
Hello. Gang gang. Gang gang. That was good. Lemonade. Hey hi, yes. You got me feeling like a cowgirl. Let me run it, huh? Hey hi, yes. You got me feeling like a cowgirl. Let me run it, huh? Slay, huh? Slay, huh? Slay, huh?
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's so strange.
It's crazy. It's
But
crazy.
she is really hot, and that helps. That's why that works. Like, let's not pretend.
No,
Like, if she was gross, like, that lady's beautiful. So when she does that, people are like, what is she? I'll get her to lick her lips. Like, $7,000 a day.
That's pretty
That's
damn
not bad.
good. You seen the new NPC trend?
What is the new NPC trend?
It is the TikTok of people that will live stream for hours. And so they'll just stay in like a stance like this. Whenever someone gives them money.
And Karen told McDonald's staff in Fresno that they didn't make as much money as her after she wasn't giving her soda. A bystander stepped in to stick up for the staff.
What the?
The man later spoke out to explain why she wasn't giving her soda.
She wasn't charged a soda.
She was identified as Gina Aiolo, and her employer fired her. Karma strikes again when and Karen told McDonald's staff in Fresno that they didn't make as much money as her after she wasn't giving her soda. A bystander stepped in to stick.
President of Hungary, Viktor Orban, was asked, what's up with Joe Biden? Why does he have dementia? Why does he wear a diaper? And his answer was, perfect.
What is wrong with Joe Biden? No, it's not my job to criticize the head of United States, you know. It's not a good business idea anyway.
But you would rather there was a different leader of the United States.
I would rather say that the American Democrats are far more ideologically led than the Republicans, and the Democrats always like to convince you and sometimes force you how to live, and I don't like it. We have our own culture. The culture defines how we live. Don't interfere, please. Don't educate us. Don't say what is good, what is bad, what is liberal. We don't like that. It's not your job. It's not the job of the Americans and any other nation. It's the Hungarian job. That's so simple. But Donald Trump understands it. That's important.
President of Hungary, Viktor Orban, was asked, what's up with Joe Biden? Why does he have dementia? Why does he wear a diaper? And his answer was, perfect.
What?
You said Jay-Z's overrated.
I think a lot of rap is overrated. Yeah. The main problem that I got with dudes like a lot of these dudes, when you made it, you made it. Now you out. Forget the street guy. You're not street like this. I'm not even a street guy. I'm a hood. And then to take it even a step further, these dudes live in the big houses. They live in the best neighborhoods. There ain't no street dudes around. But you're gonna have this street dude think that being on the street is the right thing to do and the right person to be. You gotta give the people that's left in the hood something to hold on to make it out the hood. What a lot of this hip hop did, it made the ghetto permanent. You ain't supposed to stay there like that. And that's why I say a lot of them is overrated, because what they doing is they selling a product, and then after the product is through, is done, is sold, now they still thinking they got products. And they don't. You live a nice life. All these dudes, kids, is never gonna see the inside of a jail or the inside of a public school. Thank God. But they putting that shit out there for all these kids to do that? Come on.
You said Jay-Z's overrated.
I think a lot of rap is overrated. Yeah. The main problem that I got with dudes like a lot of these.
The jokes that I tell, they're never disrespectful. Just some jokes, say some goofy shit, make the world laugh. And people will still come up to me after shows saying the same angry rant every time. You cannot make jokes about trans people. You can't imagine how hard their life is. And I hear you. But the point that you're trying to make is you're saying I can't make jokes about somebody because of how hard their life is. And you are making very valid points. But to retort that argument, you also don't have the hardest life. You know who has life way harder than trans people? People in wheelchairs. Do they complain about it? No. We gave them a couple of ramps and kept it pushing. Some people are going to think this is an insensitive comparison. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think if we want to head towards trans equality, we fucking start with better parking. I don't know where we put them. We can't assign them anything. The jokes that I tell, they're never disrespectful. Just some jokes, say some goofy shit, make the world laugh.
Oh, poor Charlemagne.
Last month, the Biden administration said, speaking of money, they want to study reparations.
My ancestors literally built this country for free.
And you are not your ancestors. That's
I'm a descendant of those ancestors.
I know, but
hey, listen, when a debt is old, and debt is old. Period.
But you got a lot of money, so you say you should get more.
Should I get more?
Well, no.
Hey, this is what I want. Put it like this. America, just treat black people like they're F-35 fighter jets. You had $1.7 trillion and throw it at the people who actually built this country. I don't see how anybody can dispute that.
But again, you didn't build this country.
That's true.
So what?
For you personally,
So what? I'm gonna decide.
but I'm saying we can't write a check to a ghost.
Why not?
Why not?
Oh, poor Charlemagne.
Last month, the Biden administration said, speaking of money, they want us.
iShow speeches saved Aiden Ross's life. See, when Aiden was on stream with Italy Chapa and his crew, they had a secret handshake, and Aiden wanted to do it, but luckily Speed knew what that meant, and he stepped in.
Please, bro. Please, bro. Please. Please, bro. I'm begging you. Just do it.
Bro, he on his knees, bro.
Please, bro.
Nah, you gotta do one of these right here.
That looks so cool.
No.
If you think Speed's a good friend, subscribe. iShow speeches saved Aiden Ross's
I don't eat no more till January 22nd. I've been doing that since like 2015. I fast.
You mean you don't eat after 7 o'clock?
No, I don't eat for 21 days.
What you mean you don't eat for 20?
I just drink water.
What you mean you just drink water? What you talking about?
I fast.
21 days?
21 days.
What, every month?
I do it once a year.
You do once a year from what date?
From the first of the year, I don't eat till the 22nd of January. I just drink water,
Every
and after
year you
about
do that.
since 2015.
For 21 days, you don't
21
eat
days.
anything. You just
No.
drink water. You don't drink any juices?
No.
No juices.
Well, I drink straight. I drink just a little sip, 100% apple juice. It can't be from other juices. It gotta be 100% apple juice. Because after about 7 days, 8 days, your mouth get, real dry. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat.
Uh-oh.
Tell me you white without telling me you white.
Oh, this is easy. We can't have that. Cognac, ice cold beer never broke my heart. Like a diamond rings and football teams, that'll do it. Y'all come back now, you hear?
You know what's funny about that is because that kid set it up on himself. Tell me you're white without telling me you're white. The one guy did to daddy. His kids came home and they go, hey daddy. That's what you get trying to be provocative and trying to make it about race. You're gonna get a lot of people coming and giving the stereotypical response that you believe is racist. So I love the fact that people are doing it. I hope a lot of people do it. Maybe that's the reason why he did the little front clip, is because he wanted to see all the things that would happen, knowing that his clip would go viral because people would respond to it. I don't know. You tell me. Uh-oh.
Lil J gonna kill us when he get out.
Yeah.
He better kill whoever exposed that tape of him and bro, I saw the video. He gonna say, yeah, nigga, this is what you. Bro, you can't say that. Any street nigga know. If I fought a rainbow on the yard, bro, folks never gonna holler at me, gang. You can't do that, G. I'm a real politician. You can't do that. You know that.
Yeah, he confronted J-Man.
Man, look. Now I could be a little bit bogus. Man, you bogus as hell if you lying to me right now, bro.
Yesterday, yeah, man. So he's denying it pretty hard, man. He's denying it from the beginning.
Lil J gonna kill us when he get out.
I would love to be able to tell people that my reaction was cool, tough. Been shot up before. You'd think I'd have been cooler. I went and threw my hands up. And he chewed about half that glass out. His driver floorboards it. About half his mag went in right here. He'd kill us both. Yeah, what for armor. And his driver punches in it, so some of the rounds kind of hit the windshield and went down the hood of the car. Unless you're a suicide bomber, you need an exit plan. They didn't have a good one because the exit was completely stopped up with traffic. They went about 30 meters and were stopped. They had one AK and one magazine. Nice. And they had just emptied it. I got out of the car, calmly, coolly, basically walked up to them. And, well, anyway, they didn't shoot any more Americans. I would love to be able to tell people that my reaction was cool, tough.
buried my grandmother. I couldn't call you for a battle, which made it tougher. Hey, Smack, let me ask you, have I ever had your number?
I mean, I know he does. I don't reply. We not really even trying to pay you no attention, homie. I'm not talking.
And it's day 2. Day 2? This was supposed to be main stage.
Like, a lot of people think they more popping than what they are. What you talking about? You gotta be active to create interest in your brand.
I thought I was your gunner, Smack. You said you believed in me.
I got a million more. Turkey, I can go nitty DNA. Like, so much other talent out here for me to fill away.
This nigga be fucking my name up like I'm a rookie or something. Talking about coming to the stage, my brother Coon. You think I'm pussy or something?
Don't say nothing. You're not going back. Real niggas don't do that.
You make me sick. We make you rich, you pay us cents. My deposit, barely enough to pay my rent. Show up and get an outfit.
Well, I gotta be negotiating. I'm gonna let my business people handle what the fuck they gotta handle.
I buried my grandmother. I couldn't call you for a battle, which made it tougher. Hey, Smack, let me ask you, have I ever had your number?
I mean, I know he does. I don't reply. We not really even trying to pay you no attention, homie. I'm not talking.
And it's day 2. Day 2? This was supposed to be main stage.
Like, a lot of people think they more popping than what they are. What you talking about? You gotta be active to create interest in your brand.
I thought I was your gunner, Smack. You said you believed in me.
I got a million more. Turkey, I can go nitty DNA. Like, so much other talent out here for me to fill away.
This nigga be fucking my name up like I'm a rookie or something. Talking about coming to the stage, my brother Coon. You think I'm pussy or something?
Don't say nothing. You're not going back. Real niggas don't do that.
You make me sick. We make you rich, you pay us cents. My deposit, barely enough to pay my rent. Show up and get an outfit.
Well, I gotta be negotiating. I'm gonna let my business people handle what the fuck they gotta handle.
I buried my grandmother. I couldn't call you for a...
She wasn't ready. Gets rich doesn't mean someone gets poor.
Yes, it does.
Explain that
In
to
this
me.
society, it does.
Explain that to me. Go on.
The fucking cult came out to try and find us. Get out of there. The guys are like, dude, we want to go. We don't like this shit. I'm like, all right, let's pack it up. Let's go. So we start making our way out. I see flashlights. There's one road in, one road out. There's a gate at the end of it. You can't drive a vehicle in. And I mean, we're miles out here. You have to drive miles to then walk miles, right? So I see this flashlight bouncing on the side of the road as I'm driving out. I'm like, who the fuck is this? No, I've never seen anyone out here in my life, ever. Getting closer to him, I put my pistol on my lap just in case. As I'm getting closer, about to kind of pass the guy's like, Mike, that's my name. What the fuck? I'm definitely shooting this guy. What the fuck, And he's like, I love your Instagram. I was like, the fucking cult came out to try and find us. Get out of there. The guys are like, dude, we want to go. We don't like this shit.
What were your opinions on the LGBTQ+?
Well, I don't think it's one community.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, how could it be? Trans is fundamentally in tension with gay. What's your opinion?
I'm personally pansexual, so I was
Okay.
just wondering your views on same-sex couples work.
I don't have a negative view of same-sex couples, but I do have a negative view of a tyranny of the minority. I don't think that somebody who's religious should be forced to officiate a wedding that they disagree with. I don't think somebody who is a woman who's worked really hard for her achievements should be forced to compete against a biological man in a swim competition. I don't think that somebody who's a woman that respects her bodily autonomy and dignity should be forced to change clothes in a locker room with a man. That's not freedom, that's oppression. And so I think a lot of the frustration in the country, and if I'm being really honest, that I also share, comes from that new culture of oppression where saying those things can actually get somebody punished. I respect that you may have a different opinion, and that's okay.
What were your opinions on the LGBT?
Hold on. Colorado legalized abortion up to 9 months with no medical reason required. Listen, do you agree with
I agree with that.
Son, what about meth?
They've never made sense. Like, should she be allowed to do meth?
Yeah.
I think if someone is doing meth while they're pregnant, that it is completely acceptable for something like, wait for it. I don't know what the name of the services in the United States. Child services.
It's her body, though.
Yeah, it's her body.
If she wants to do meth, what's the big deal?
The big deal is that she's intentionally trying to kill a child.
Hold on there a minute.
Yeah, I see where we're going.
Hold on. Colorado legalized abortion up to 9 months with no medical reason required. Listen, do you agree with
I agree with that decision.
Son, what about meth?
They've never made sense. Like, should she be allowed to do meth?
Yeah.
I think if someone is doing meth while they're pregnant, that it is completely acceptable for something like, I don't know what the name of the services in the United States.
Child services.
Child
Well,
services.
it's her body though.
Yeah, it's her body.
If she wants to do meth, what's the big deal?
The big deal is that she's intentionally trying to kill a child.
Hold on there a minute.
Yeah, I see where we're going.
Gotcha, bitch. Hold on. Colorado.
Ric Flair walked up to me one time and asked me, he said, nigga, you like working here? And I didn't know what the deal was. And he said this was Knoxville, Tennessee. He said there were some girls at the back door and they were trying to get in and they told him that I said that they could come in. I don't know who these girls are. I'm gonna tell somebody to get in. I don't know who these girls are. But I mean, I think it was just a way to pick at me. And I remember Kevin Sullivan and Eddie Gilbert telling me, you know, that when they went to him to present the manager deal, you know, me being a manager, that he hated it. He didn't want Yeah, he hated it. He didn't want no part of it. So Jim Hurd told me one time, right to my face, I would tell he said, I can just be honest with you, Ric Flair doesn't like you. So why, I don't know. Ric Flair walked up to me one time and asked me, he said, nigga, you like working here? And I didn't know what.
Foreign loud. He's got a symbol here that lets you know that he's the guy. Where can I get a pre-roll joint?
I'll give you a few pieces. I'll give you right now.
Cool, lovely.
Now listen, man. He loves it. He loves or he doesn't love?
No, he says haram. He used to love. But then his testosterone got really bad and his balls shrunk.
Oh, well, that's nothing to do with the bull shrinking. Can't stop reading about that transgender men, the mathematic gender and all of that.
Yo, he is base. Foreign loud. He's got a symbol.
That's where Ali got his courage from. He watched Jack Johnson documentary. He said, I'm nothing compared to Jack Johnson. Listen. In 1908, you got lynched for looking at white women, reckless eyeballing. He married 3 of them. I don't put myself in the league of Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson's fighting in the ring, and there's 75,000 people saying, I'm going to kill you if you hurt him. You know, this is what they're saying. This is what they're saying in the
While he's trying to
he's
fight.
fighting. You know what he's doing? Oh, and he's beating the guy. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, he's so good. I'm gonna send him to you real nice. Boom, boom. And he's talking to the guy's wife. How you doing, Miss Jeffrey? And then boom, 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 beat the guy there. And if you ever watch him fight, he's looking at the crowd. He's always smiling because they're cursing at him like a dog. You're such a tough guy. That's where Ali got his courage from. He watched Jack Johnson documentary. He said, I'm nothing compared to Jack Johnson. Listen. In 1908, you got lynched for looking at white women, reckless eyeballing. He married 3 of them. I don't put myself in the league of Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson's fighting in the ring, and there's 75,000 people saying, I'm going to kill you if you hurt him. You know, this is what they're saying. This is what they're saying in the
While he's trying to fight.
You know what he's doing?
Bro, I actually wrote down every bar he ever stole.
Like, I'll do it again if I feel like I gotta flip a nigga shit. Why I gotta be, I'm a thief? Why I gotta be all that?
You stole Hitman move, Mr. Wavy move. You stole my move. Is this the mission? Go around getting everybody's signature? This a petition? That's weak.
I'm flipping his shit.
Niggas flip bars all the fucking time. That's crazy to me. Niggas been flipping shit.
But it ain't gonna be with me tonight. Niggas know you for stealing. But I guaranteed he never had to take a life, man.
If you're not a fan of me, just say that.
I gotta kill him. How you taking bars from other men? The fuck is wrong with these niggas? That's why I called him Elvis Presley, because he be stealing shit from all of these niggas. That shit is terrible.
I ain't like that. I didn't like the battle.
I don't give a fuck about you snatching bars. Only Will Harmon will. You take bars, I take life, nigga. Steel sharpens steel.
Like, niggas been flipping shit. And I was fucked up.
People that fucked me know what I was doing.
I was good. My glasses ain't breaking. Bro, I actually wrote down every bar he ever stole.
Like, I'll do it again if I feel like I gotta flip a nigga shit. Why I gotta be, I'm a thief? Why I gotta be all that?
You stole Hitman move, Mr. Wavy move. You stole my move. Is this the mission? Go around getting everybody's signature? This a petition? That's weak.
I'm flipping his shit.
Niggas flip bars all the fucking time. That's crazy to me. Niggas been flipping shit.
But are you single?
Yeah, hell yeah. I got a friend that's looking for a guy. You interested? Fuck no! I got a girl that's interested in a guy. Are you down? Now you're confusing me. You said you're single, right? Yeah. I got a homegirl that's looking for a guy. What's she look like? Hey, guy. You find her attractive? Do you speak multiple languages? I do. Yes.
want? My personal or business?
Let's do your personal.
And don't even stress. My name is Jesus, but you can call me Jesus, because I'm a savior.
I love that. CPF?
Huh?
CPF?
Yeah, which house do you want?
Yeah. Are you single?
Yeah, hell yeah.
American Airlines pilot who made sure to tell passengers exactly what he expects from them. Passenger Anna Maltezos, she recorded this pre-flight speech on a trip from New York to Chicago a few weeks ago. Take a listen.
Be nice to each other, be respectful of each other. I shouldn't have to say that. People should treat people the way you want to be treated. But I have to say it every single flight because people don't. They're selfish and rude. And we won't have it. Okay? Do your stuff. Get it on everybody else's flight. Put your junk where it belongs. Everybody have paid for a space. Don't lean on other people. Don't fall asleep on other people. Don't pass out on other people or drool on them unless you talked about it. And then whether it's just a check. Social experiment on listening to videos on speaker mode and talking on a cell phone on speaker mode, that is over. Over and done in this country. Nobody wants to hear your video. I know you think it's super sweet, and probably it is, but it's your business, right? So keep it to yourself.
American Airlines pilot who made sure to tell passengers exactly what he expects from them. Passenger Anna Maltezos, she recorded this pre-flight speech on a trip from New York to Chicago a few weeks ago. Take a listen.
Be nice to each other, be respectful of each other. I shouldn't have to say that. People should treat people the way you want to be treated. But I have to say it every single flight because people don't. They're selfish and rude. And we won't have.
Check this out. Give me some volume on this.
In the summer 2015, a tiny homeless man confessed his shocking life story to me, and then only a week later he'd be killed. My name's Dave Busick. I'm a retired police officer. I worked in the city of Aventura, and I became friends with a homeless man named Richard Flaherty. Richard was only 4'9", 97 pounds. So in the summer of 2015, while I was sitting in a Subway sandwich shop with Richard, he decided to tell me his life story. He just said, "Dave, it's time." So he said, I was the smallest man ever served in the U.S. military. I became an officer in the Army, a Green Beret captain in Special Forces. I served in Vietnam with the 101st Airborne and the 3rd Special Forces Group. At the end of his 2 tours, he had a Silver Star, 2 Bronze Stars, and 2 Purple Hearts, among a whole bunch of other medals and commendations he received.
Check this out. Give me some volume on this.
Stupid horse, I just fell out of the. Oh no. Stupid horse, I just fell out of the. Stupid horse, I just fell out of the.
You know, I know people like to use Eminem as the bar for white rappers, but he shouldn't. Why shouldn't he be? Because he's an anomaly, meaning that Eminem had everything lined up for him perfect. You got Jimmy Iovine, Dr. Dre.
I like his story from where he came from, trailer park, the fusion with his moms and all that whole thing, the way he made it to. And it's not just because he's white. A lot of people like to throw shots. He might have got a couple of doors open for his complexion, for the connection, but he can really spit.
Nah, he's a rapper.
He's a hell of a rapper. He
Bar,
just said it ain't fair with him.
It ain't fair with him. And he's so big. He's like the biggest thing you've ever seen. That's what I'm saying. It's just like if every white rapper got to get to that level, that means everybody's a film.
I think just that level of respect, though. It's a different level of respect. Even if you take away some of his accolades, everybody knows he can rap.
You know, I know people like to use Eminem as the bar for white rappers, but he shouldn't.
Why shouldn't he be?
My question to you is, what do you say to people like me, to people like everyone in this room, you know, young Californian conservatives who are stuck in the liberal hellhole? What do we do? Because I was listening to your show the other day, and you were saying you're from the Northeast. You know, it's pretty blue over there, but you don't want to give up where you're from. You don't want to give up where your family's at, where you grew up, your childhood home. I mean, I was born here. My parents were born here. I mean, this California is where I'm from. I want to dig my heels in and fight. I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give up Silicon Valley. I don't want to give up the agricultural center of America. California is America. There's so much that happens here. I don't want to cede this to them. I don't want to give this up. This is my land. This is where I'm from. I want to fight for it. What do you say to me besides move away, run away, give it up? It's hopeless.
I say if that's what you feel called to do, then I think it's incredibly noble and brave, and you should do exactly that. Now, as someone who doesn't live in California, I'm not from here. I confess that sometimes I do have the attitude of, you know, if you guys want to go do your own thing, that's fine.
My question to you is, what do you say to people like me, to people like everyone in this room, you know, young Californian conservatives who are stuck in the liberal hellhole? What do we do? Because I was listening to your show the other day, and you were saying, oh, you're from the Northeast. You know, it's pretty blue over there, but you don't want to give up where you're from. You don't want to.
There is now a way to get your entire back tattooed in one day and without pain, in a process that usually takes multiple sessions over the course of several months. The team at Ginga Tattoo has developed a new method that has changed the game for tattoo enthusiasts of the upper echelon. This way utilizes multiple artists working simultaneously to cover expansive parts of the body in just a few hours. But how, you ask, do they make the pain go away? Well, they have medical staff on board to administer anesthetics to make sure that you go to your happy place while the artists go to Inktown on your body. I personally think the idea of earning your tattoo through pain is an outdated notion and would gladly jump at the opportunity to reduce it during my session. But the cost of this procedure is prohibitively expensive, and for some reason it does feel like I'm cheating. But if I had enough money and my choice of artists, I'd do this in a heartbeat. What are your thoughts? There is now a way to get your entire back tattooed in one day and without pain, in a process that usually takes multiple sessions over the course of several months. The team at Ginga Tattoo has developed a new method that has changed the game for tattoo enthusiasts of the upper echelon. This way utilizes multiple artists working simultaneously to cover expansive parts of the body in just a few hours. But how, you ask, do they make the pain go away? Well, they have medical staff on board to administer anesthetics to make sure that you go to your happy place while the artists go to Inktown on your body. I personally think the idea of earning your tattoo through pain is an outdated notion and would gladly jump at the opportunity to reduce it during my session. But the cost of this procedure is prohibitively expensive, and for some reason it does feel like I'm cheating. But if I had enough.
You said you'd prefer a guy who does self-defense using other methods. Are we talking like with his
Oh,
fingers?
not like that. I just mean, like, I think a gun is a bit extreme. Like, if, like, because most people would argue, like, for a legally obtained firearm in, like, a circumstance of self-defense. Like, if someone breaks into your home, like most people would argue for that. I'm just saying, like, I personally would prefer a different, I don't know.
There's 5 home invaders. All of them don't have weapons. They're ready to throw down with their fists against your husband. Would you prefer he has his hands or a gun?
Hands.
You don't want.
I don't want them dying if they're just coming into my house.
What if after they kill him, they want you? Wouldn't you want him to have a gun in that instance?
Whoa, I didn't think they were gonna kill him.
Well, I mean, they're home invaders. If he's gonna
That's
fight them.
just because you invade someone's home doesn't mean you're gonna kill them.
Don't marry a woman who doesn't want you to be able to defend yourself with a gun if 5 people break into your house. That's wild.
You said you'd prefer a guy who does self-defense using other methods. Are we talking like with his
Oh,
fingers?
not like that. I just mean, like, I think a gun is a bit extreme. Like, if, like, because most people would argue, like, for a legally obtained firearm in, like, a circumstance of self-defense. Like, if someone breaks into your home, like most people would argue for that. I'm just saying, like, I personally would prefer a different, I don't know.
There's 5 home invaders. All of them don't have weapons. They're ready to throw down with their fists against your husband. Would you prefer he has his hands or a gun?
Hands.
You don't want.
I don't want them dying if they're just coming into my house.
What if after they kill him, they want you? Wouldn't you want him to have a gun in that instance?
Whoa, I didn't think they were gonna kill him.
Well, I mean, they're home invaders. If he's gonna fight them.
Just because you invade someone's home doesn't mean you're gonna kill them.
Don't marry a woman who doesn't want you to be able to defend yourself with a gun if 5 people break into your house. That's.
What they get.
I mean, check this white girl out.
Can someone explain to me what's wrong with white pride?
Is that
Because I'm so proud to be white, but I'm a white queen. I am a goddess. Look at these freckles. Look at this complexion. I'm loving it. I'm not hating anyone else because they're not white. I love your pigment too, but I'm proud of mine. But nothing's wrong with being proud if you're black. To display white pride on social media in today's world, You can't.
And there was one sexy white supremacist. He said, what's wrong, white pride? Well, there was a group of people that started this white pride movement. They did a lot of so that word has been tainted. I have a tough time showing pride in something that I didn't have to work for it. Like you white, okay, you going, oh man, white pride. Oh, you black. Oh, look at this black pride, I'm black. Like all these people, I'm black and I'm proud. I guarantee if they had a choice, they could walk into a white chamber and turn white. Come out, name is John Thomas. And man, kick this white girl out.
Can someone explain to me what's wrong with white pride?
Is that
Because I'm so proud to be.
I saw this dude give a story on TikTok. He went to Bluff City, Utah. He's like, what I experienced there had me question if we're in a simulation.
Uh-oh.
He said we were at this hotel, and then we went to a grocery store and then a restaurant. And he said people were weird. They were like not expecting someone to come in. For instance, he went to the hotel clerk. He said, hey, can we get some towels for our room? He's like, oh, actually, I don't know where they're at. This is my first day on the job.
What?
And then he went to the store. Something wasn't working. He's like, I'm so sorry. This is my first day on the job.
Weird.
And then he went to a restaurant, and the card wasn't working. And she's like, I don't actually know how to work this machine. This is my first day on the job.
Like a Truman Show.
What is happening?
Yeah.
But then another guy who duetted it, he didn't have a story like that, but he said he stopped in Bluff City. He saw this hitchhiker girl walking on the side of the road. He's like, I can't pick her up or whatever. He said 30 miles down, the same girl
Stop it
was
right
walking.
now.
Like, that always reminds me of the Truman Show. There's got to be a civilization or a community that's pulled that off. Something's happened.
North Korea.
Maybe you just described North Korea.
I saw this dude give a story on TikTok. He went to Bluff City, Utah. He's like,
What does a retiree who's worth $100 million spend their days?
Miserable.
Really? You were miserable.
Yeah. Because, like any athlete, right? From the ages of 6, 7 years old, all we knew was one thing: hoop. Hoop school, right? Summer, hoop play. What do we know? We haven't had a regular life. No matter how much money you have, if you don't have it, that's why when you hear someone they're like, yeah, my parents still work. My dad just loves to go to work. That's what's keeping him alive.
What does a retiree who's worth $100 million spend their days?
Miserable.
Really? You were miserable.
Yeah. Because, like any athlete, right? From the ages of 6, 7 years old.
Yes, I have recorded a podcast with Andrew Tate last year, but I didn't post it yet because me and him kind of got into an argument. I had a feeling it was going to go sideways, but damn, it pisses me off. It was such a good interview. Like, we would have broken the internet. I don't want to dig my hole deeper, but he's kind of being a baby about it, so I'm going to tell you what happened. So what happened was that when we finished shooting, we went out for drinks, and after a couple of shots, I asked him if he wanted a nose beer, and he looks at me all angry. He's like, what, Joe, do I look like a junkie? Then he tells me to fuck off and goes in a private room with his brother, so I just let him be, and like 2 hours after, I decide to head over to the bathroom to do a bump. As soon I open the door to this private toilet that no one except the VIPs have access, Andrew is just there nose deep doing a fat Hollywood. Then I look at him, and I'm like, you lied, you are a junkie. And then he's like, if you ever talk about this, I'm gonna kill you and blah, blah, blah. Then I'm like, whatever, dude, you're just living in lies and it's gonna ruin you? Yes, I have recorded a podcast with Andrew Tate last year, but I didn't post it yet because me and him kind of got into an argument. I had a feeling it was going to go sideways, but damn, it pisses me off. It was such a good interview. Like, we would have broken the internet. I don't want to dig my hole deeper, but he's kind of being a baby about it, so I'm going to tell you what happened. So what happened was that when we finished shooting, we went out for drinks, and after a couple of shots, I asked him if he wanted a nose beer, and he looks at me all angry. He's like, what, Joe, do I look like a junkie? Then he tells me to fuck off and goes in a private booth with his brother, so I just let him be, and like 2 hours after, I decide to head over to the bathroom to do a bump. As soon I open the door to this private toilet that no one except the VIPs have access, Andrew is just there nose deep doing a fat Hollywood. Then I look at him, and I'm like, you lied, you are a junkie. And then he's like, if you ever talk about this, I'm gonna kill you and blah, blah, blah. Then I'm like, what?
should I do the secret room again or not? Do it? Alright. First things first, you come here, laying in this sunken houseboat. There's gonna be a rebreather here in the corner. We're gonna go past the police station. My teammates are kind of already in the right area that I need to go to, so you can come over here with your rebreather that you just picked up. You're just gonna jump in this here water. This catacomb-looking door here. You're gonna keep going. We're gonna make a left turn. Swing down. Let's go ahead and pop this rebreather. Okay. on going. Make the right turn, a left turn like it's NASCAR. Climb up this ladder. It's just a bunch of stuff in here. No one can really get you in here because this door is stuck. Alright, and then you just unstuck the door to get out. Easy clap. Should I do the secret room again or not? Do it? Alright. First things first, you come here, land in this sunken houseboat.
Talk to me about a woman who's been married 30, 40 years and let her tell me about her man.
Fact. All the statues being removed by this bill will be statues of Democrats. Madam Speaker, as I heard the Speaker talk earlier about removing of the 4 portraits of speakers in the hall, the same answer goes for that as well. They were all Democrats.
Remember who
What's
they are.
interesting, the statues that need to be removed were sent to the Capitol by states that were majority controlled by Democrats, sent to a House that had a majority controlled by Democrats, accepting of these statues. They may be desperate to pretend their party has progressed from their days
They're still the same.
supporting slavery, pushing Jim Crow laws,
Democrats.
supporting the Cape. Fact. All the statues being removed by this bill, statues of Democrats. Madam Speaker, as I heard the Speaker talk earlier about removing of the 4 portraits of speakers in the hall, the same answer goes for that as well. They were all Democrats.
Remember who
What's
they are.
interesting, the statues that need to be removed were sent to the Capitol by states that were majority controlled by Democrats, sent to a House that had a majority controlled by Democrats, accepting of these statues. They may be desperate to pretend their party has progressed from their days
the worldwide leaders of MC battle culture. The worldwide leaders of MC battle culture.
Gopher tortoises are an integral part of our environment. Here are a small colony of them on the side of a road in a neighborhood. I'm serious. It's in the middle of a freaking neighborhood.
Ariana Grande was exposed by a famous rapper, and the story is wild. Ariana celebrated her #1 song Stuck With You, but then Tekashi 6ix9ine stole her spotlight, and what he said was insane. He was mad his song was only at #3 and said he deserved to be at the top. But his next claim took the beef to the next level. Tekashi claimed Ariana maxed out 6 credit cards to purchase 30,000 units to secure the #1 spot. But Ariana said it was all made up, and she explained why. She said Stuck on You moved to the top because more people bought it than streamed it, which counted as more units. And then Justin Bieber came out of nowhere to embarrass 6ix9ine. Justin Bieber, who co-created the song with Ariana, said Tekashi was just hating, and he hit back with some heat. Bieber referenced how Billboard only allows 4 units to be purchased per credit card. But then he said something that fired up Tekashi even more. He said if Takashi was going to call out Ariana, he better call out Bieber too, because it's both of their songs. Ariana Grande was a...
What do you get per hour on tips?
Even if people are tipping the 20% that is standard for great service, most servers are tipping out 3 to 5% of that to bussers, hosts, and bartenders.
What if I leave you nothing?
Then we have to pay that tip out whether you give us money or not. So like say your bill is $100 and you don't tip me at all, I'm paying $5 to wait on you.
What? That seems like that should be illegal. Why should that come out of her pocket? Pay the bussers, the bartender. That upsets me. That should be on the owner or just on people like, hey, we don't get a tip, none of us get a tip. That should not be coming out of her pocket.
What do you get per hour?
So I heard through the grapevine about a story at Chick-fil-A. Can you please tell us about that story?
True story. I was in the drive-thru and I knew my gas was really low. And there was a time where I went to Chick-fil-A just about every single day. I was in the drive-thru and all of a sudden my car just like stalls out. I thought there was something wrong with the car and then I realized I'm an idiot. I don't have enough gas. The guy who came by to take the order, his name was Johnny, and I said, Johnny, I don't know what to do. Like maybe, yeah, one of the Chick-fil-A workers. He goes, hang right there. This guy beelines it across the street over to an ExxonMobil, gets a canteen, fills it on up, brings it over. Mind you, I'm just watching the whole time. I just couldn't believe that he's doing this. Came back in, put like $5 in the canteen in there, got my Chick-fil-A and headed on back. Those guys are unbelievable.
So I heard through the
What's the best you can do out the door? Taxes, everything. Okay, sure. I pay cash right now. You can't accept it? No? I'm just looking to pay cash and get it over with. Alright guys, so they would not take my cash at all. If they don't want my money, then I can't do it. So what were you asking? 220? Alright, let's do it then. I got cash in the car, so it's just a lot of boxes. Yeah. Yeah, I have like a side hustle, like I run like a strip club for little people. Appreciate it, dude. Thanks for taking the time, man.
I just bought a Lamborghini.
What's the best you can do out the door? Taxes, everything.
How does a movie like American History X get made in an environment like
You
that?
can't make that today. No way.
Yeah,
Nobody, you could not make that movie today. You know what happened to Hollywood when movies went from silent to talking? Prior to sound, there was so much more freedom in movies. You were allowed to do anything. Not anything. Like you could, it wasn't graphic, but there was a lot more freedom. The minute they were able to speak, basically what grew into the MPAA came in and said, we're gonna have standards. And they started setting these rules. And it was like, you couldn't have somebody who appeared white, who was black, but was the wrong shade of black, next to somebody who was black. You had to make them darker. So they would start painting black dudes darker so that they could be in the same frame of celluloid as other black people. You couldn't have a man and a woman sit on a bed together. There were all these rules about decency, but it was right-wing Christian decency. We're just dealing with the same...
Inverted. How does a movie like American History X get made in an environment like
You
that?
can't make that today. No way.
Yeah,
Nobody.
He was with Ric Flair, and this shit is hilarious.
How long were you in rehab for? 35 days. And where'd you go to? Place here in Tampa. My roommate's a doctor from Fort Lauderdale that's there for digesting crystal meth anally. Oh, that's one. Now, what's that got to do with me drinking? The other one is the other guy is a 23-year-old that was taking 40 milligrams of Valium.
He's a freaky ass
At 23. You don't think he was vibrating. And here's the deal. I get there, I go through all the physical and all that, get all the shit done right, the doctor takes me out. I look across the courtyard, I'm smoking a Marlboro, right? So I think I
men to bring to the table?
Integrity, clarity, consistency, strong connection to divinity, not necessarily religion, but some kind of purpose-based lifestyle. So what is the female equivalent of that? The same. Then why wouldn't you just say that?
What do you bring to the table?
There was a South African fighter named Dricus du Plessis, South African white fighter, okay? And he was fighting against Israel Adesanya. Israel is black, Dricus is white, and Dricus basically said, I'm the real African, obviously, because he's actually from Africa, and Israel starts dropping the N-word to him about when they're about to fight. The media then tries to pressure Dana to condemn this, because how could a black man be saying the N-word to a white guy?
The tension between those two and kind of the racial undertones and all those things. How do you? What were the racial undertones? Dricus says he's the real African fighter, and so Israel dropped some N-words in there tonight.
So what was the racial? Who did? Who dropped the racial?
Israel was saying over and over, yeah, dropping
He's black.
50 N-bombs in there.
Okay, he's black. Who gives?
Iconic response. If you ever watch him in the media, he's always like this. He shuts them down immediately.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing.
There was a South African fighter named
Tommy, I'm going to fucking shoot you. Right?
Now, when I came in here, Mr. Solomons, I stopped to tie my shoelace. It's not a fact, Ollie. And while I was doing it, I laid a hand grenade on one of your barrels. He's going to trigger the grenade, and your very combustible rum will blow us all to hell. And I don't care. Because I'm already dead.
He tied his legs off here. I want you to go outside, yeah, and shoot that boy in the face from the good family.
Anyone walks through that door except me, it lasted a night. Ollie, what do you say?
Jesus Christ, Alfie, he tied his fucking lace, I saw him. Alfie, it's Tommy fucking Shelby. You were behaving like a fucking child. This is a man's world. Tommy.
I went to the Apple store with Steve Wozniak, co-founder of Apple Computers, to buy a computer with his 10% employee discount. So we walked into the store. I picked out my computer. The Woz calls over a sales dude. He says, here's my friend. He's going to get this computer with my discount. Dude looks at him and says, are you an Apple employee? And the Woz goes, uh-huh, I have an Apple employee number. It's 1. Steve Wozniak, I love it. Right. Huge savings, thanks to the Woz. I went to the Apple store.
Aiden Ross just got exposed. So basically, Aiden Ross was live, and he was on a call with FouseyTube. If you don't know who FouseyTube is, he's a very popular YouTuber, and while they were on a call, FouseyTube mentioned something crazy that Aiden did. Here's the clip.
I'm always a phone call away. We can talk.
You accept me? You accept me?
We can figure things out, you know. It's not that I don't accept you, my brother. It's not that. It's not that.
I gotta talk to you about something important.
Tell me, man. Tell me.
Okay, so I own a business now. It's called G7. G7 is basically like when you join the Illuminati, you're like part of the special group. Come on, the Illuminati you went to last year before they let you stream with all the celebrity people and stuff. Remember that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking. I'm not a streamer, man. You know me. I'm an engineer. I don't know what you're talking about. You know.
Aiden Ross just got exposed. So basically, Aiden Ross.
Nunu nails your manager? Fuck you had to do for that? I was supposed to know what she could do for you. We don't even know what she do for Smack.
I felt so small. I'm like,
my leg was shaking. I was like, why is my leg shaking like this?
Did the nigga get his other half yet?
Y'all don't be around real niggas often. And on me it's crazy. Squeeze the 80. A ball head in her stomach ain't Beasley, baby.
That wasn't it, man. You did too much.
Please stop. I am divorced.
You know, I ain't confirming nothing. We ain't doing that. We ain't on trial. Bunchy really give that feel. He really a crip.
Knew smacking bees before I knew what YouTube was. I could even explain in detail what Nunu does. And
I never thought that you guys would really make that a thing. Like, in battle rap, if you have a job, you a punchline.
They trying to get the family out there to fight a body. They ain't do too well. They all trying to look and see if that's real ass. Like Nunu nails.
Hold on, ain't gonna act like this shit don't bounce. And it caught me off guard, like, yo, this shit like that. Like, time.
Nunu nails, your man is here. Fuck you.
You keep on bumping into me,
Touch
bro.
me again.
Your body cam shows that you're walking into me.
Touch me again.
How about this?
When the guy pulls a gun out, you know, they're shooting sideways. I love that when I see them do that. It's like, yeah, keep encouraging that. Keep teaching guys to do that because that's actually a terror. Some guys can do it. You know, we could do it if we know with the time and training, we can do it and still hit our mark. But the problem with that is if you understand, you know, the fundamentals of marksmanship, is if I hold my weapon like this, I'm, you know, like you see how the gangster do it. This is what happens when I pull the trigger, right? So I'm probably gonna miss, right? Or I'm gonna heel the gun and it's gonna go that way. So the gun's designed to be held up straight up and down, and you have a higher probability of getting a strike on the body like this than like this, right? But I see this all the time. Like, yeah, this, you know, that's amateur hour, you know. So I'm kind of happy to see that. I want all the gangsters to adopt that, keep doing that, because if I have to get in a firefight with them, you know, it gives me an advantage. When the guy pulls a gun out.
Did you one time have a roach?
A roach? I got a roach in my hand right now.
Baboon? No, called Gooch. Did you have a roach called Gooch?
Oh yeah, Gooch used to live with me. In my apartment, I had a roach that we couldn't kill. We tried to kill the motherfucker when we first moved in, and he wouldn't die, so we called him the Gooch. And he just kept getting bigger and bigger. I stayed in that apartment for about like 6-7 months. Cuz grew to the size of about a whole dollar bill. He was about the size of a dollar bill. We called him the Gooch. We used to leave food out for him and everything.
Did you one time have a...
Have been saying for a while, you want to experience real racism? Just leave this country one time. And when you come back, you'll be so thankful for everything that we offer here, especially for the culture that we have here.
It was bittersweet. Sweet because it was good seeing African people in a different setting from America. Okay, I had never been to China, so it was very good to see that. The bitter side is the fact that we're not treated well over there. I'm not surprised at that, but I was taken aback by the extent to which racism is practiced against blacks in China, Open in particular. There were certain nightclubs that we couldn't go into. Oh yeah, and they will tell you no black people are allowed here. There's certain sections of certain neighborhoods you can't live in. They're direct with it. We don't want black people here. Why? And the irony is what? Africa is rolling out the red carpet for China. I mean, they're taking over the Caribbean. They're taking over Africa. They're all in South Africa. In fact, Mandarin is now an official language in the Republic of South Africa.
Have been saying for a while, you want to experience real racism? Just leave this country.
Would you ever want a $200 million house, yo? I guess it would depend on the house, to be honest with you. Jay-Z and Beyonce bought a $200 million house in California. Yeah. In Malibu. They're saying they paid all cash for it, too. Listen, they acting their wage. That's Jay-Z and Beyonce. Okay? They got, but is there ever a reason, I guess is what I'm saying, to have a $200 million house?
Also, the cash thing is like that's not exactly like a real thing.
Well, you can pay cash for your down payment.
But they are saying they paid the whole thing cash. You have to pay cash for your down payment, but...
You do stuff like that for taxes sometimes, you know what I mean? And you gotta spend the money.
Yeah, I think that what most people in this circumstance do, and I didn't know this until recently, this was even an option, and this is how like people with high net worth can really have a huge advantage in these types of circumstances. You can take a loan out on your assets, use that loan, that line of credit, as cash, buy the property, and then refinance it into a mortgage. So you get all your money back.
Would you ever want to...
Something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check.
The video I just showed went viral on TikTok with over 19 million views, and a lot of people are wondering what was truly going on in that video. So today in this video, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know. Now this video was uploaded onto TikTok with zero context at all, so that caused a lot of people in the comment section to come up with different theories, saying like this was a dry drive-by shooting or something like that, but we have to find out the real truth about what was truly going on. After doing some more research, I was able to find that the original creator ended up uploading more of the footage, and as you can see at the top left, there was actually a lady behind her car, so she got really scared and quickly ran in her house because they don't live in the nicest area. They had no idea what the person's intentions behind that car was, so I feel like it was really smart of them to just run back inside because you never know what that person could have done.
Something traumatic happened that changed.
Call of Duty just got destroyed by GTA. So we all remember when Activision was scared for their lives when players started leaving to play a modded version of Call of Duty, Plutonium. It got so popular, another team of modders launched Project SM2, a game that would combine everything great about Call of Duty into one single game. And all of a sudden, Activision threatened anyone modding their games with lawsuits. Now, while all this was happening, Rockstar Games was watching silently because they had a modding problem of their own, GTA RP. Mod teams called 5M and Red M were modding GTA 5 to create a whole new experience for players. Streamers, rappers, and celebrities all played this modded version of GTA. It was time for Rockstar to make a choice. Rockstar Games brought the modders onto their team, giving them more money to make better content to bring a better experience to the only people that matter, the players. Activision has a chance to set things right with MW3, but only time will tell. So hit that follow and let's find out. Call of Duty just got destroyed by GTA. So we all remember when Activision was scared for their lives when players started leaving to play a modded version of Call